I'm sure you would have liked to get the sweep against this team, but overall, how do you feel about how this series went?
Yeah, overall, I think we played some pretty good baseball this series. I think it's hard to argue with a series win against a first place and a kind of decisively first place team that we just played. Today we didn't get much going on the offensive side, and we didn't pound the zone the way that we needed to. Especially towards the beginning of the game. But overall, we'll take this series all day.
With Griffin Jackson, it looked like he had pretty good command on the fastball, but issues with the slider. Is that accurate? Is that what kind of caught him today?
Yeah, that's what it looked like on our end too. And his stuff has been, we think, actually ticking up in a good way. But along with that has actually been, a little bit of, command issues. Looked like some of those sliders were just kind of popping out and, were non-competitive pitches. But he's a guy that actually does have pretty good feel for what he's doing. And his walk rates are, above where they should be. So it gives us something to spend some time on and think about.
Could you ever, especially with your rookie guys like Jackson, Ober, do you ever have to tell them, don't worry as much about the results, say, when considering how much development is still happening, even on a game-to-game, month-to-month basis with these guys here?
Yeah, we don't actually tell them not to worry about the results. There are specific instances where we may tell a player not to focus on a particular result, focus on how we're going to get there. In these instances, we just want them to keep working. We want them to just keep working and grinding it out, even when it's not going according to plan. There are, like I just said, Jax's stuff, ticking up. The slider, at times when he lets it go the right way, it can be a good pitch. We've seen it get good results. It's putting it all together. But in this instance, we just want him to keep preparing in between his starts. We want him to keep working with Wes and Pete and identify the areas of improvement. They are there. There are multiple things. There are things every start that come up that we see. We want them to focus on those things. So we want them to mind all of that and to pay attention to it. There's a lot going on with these guys right now. They're being exposed to this and letting them go out there and swim for themselves. But we're gonna run into bumps, and we're gonna see some of that stuff. So there have been positives with Griff's outings, and there have been negatives, and we're gonna learn from the latter.
What'd you think of your first look at Gabeau?
Well, I mean, obviously those results were very good today. Him going out there and giving us 3 innings, not having to do it with very many pitches. He spun the ball good. He located his fastball good, I think, where he wanted it to. The efficiency was pretty impressive. So overall, he did a very, very nice job. I don't know how he could have had a better first impression and first outing over here. He's a guy that we've followed. We know he's had good stuff. And this was his opportunity. Went out there and did a nice job.